must realize you are doomed.
So, Rich, man, I don't know if you heard that there was like a horror flick coming out the last 2 weeks. It's called Barbarian. Have you heard critic reviews about that at all?
I've heard of the movie, but I didn't hear any reviews about it.
Well, I heard some good critic reviews. You know how critics are. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but everything. But anyways, I went to go see it this weekend, right?
Oh, okay.
And I finally went to go see Barbarian to see what all the hype is. One thing I'm not gonna tell you any spoilers. One thing I do like is they don't really show you too much in the trailer. So that's one good thing I really liked. Lots of these trailers anymore just shows you way too much. I remember I telling you about Black Phone. It kind of
Yeah.
ruined it a little bit when they showed you so much in that trailer. I'm just like, if they wouldn't have, I told you if they didn't show certain things, I think I would have liked it even more of Black Phone. But
Yeah.
this one was pretty. This one, the story was decent. It was original. It was a little different, and I'm glad they kept you a little guessing a little bit. But I kind of figured out after a while what was going on and everything.
Yeah.
But as far as like scary horror feel, no, I wouldn't say I got that vibe from it. I mean, it was pretty trippy, whatever, but I don't think it would be like classified as like a crazy horror. But I guess nowadays there's not much horror anymore. I think I'd rather have all the Conjuring verse stuff. It's more horror than this, but the story is pretty good. But I do recommend that it's definitely definitely I would rate it as discount Tuesday.
Wow.
$5
Okay.
Tuesday, yeah. But
Um,
definitely nothing above that for sure.
with a name like Barbarian, that's the name of the movie, right?
Yeah.
If Is it like a slasher film, or is it like a more like psychological horror? What kind is that?
No. It's not a psychological horror. Um it's just you're just like, if you saw the trailer, you would just be like, okay, so what's going on, blah 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 blah. You would think it's like a paranormal. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But you'll come to find out what it is, what's going on, and everything. And then it's good that they did. Like I said, the best thing is they didn't show you all the good stuff in the trailer, like
Yeah.
these movies normally do. So you're kind of like, there's not like twists, but there is like twists where like, okay, so this is where there's a origin story behind all this.
Yeah.
So it's not just some crazy shit happening. No, there's an actual story to it, why it's happening.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, folks, thank you for joining us. This is The Scoundrels, and we are at the helm where we talk about movie news and entertainment news or whatever has to be discussed, and we wish to discuss them. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. We would truly appreciate it. Rich, man, did you do anything this week? Wait. I know it was your birthday week.
Yeah.
So
So I had some fun last night, but like show and movie wise, I actually got into something that I've been meaning to get into for a while now, and that is the Harley Quinn animated series on HBO Max.
oh,
Dude, I've been sleeping on this show, man. Like
really?
I'm still in season 1 right now, but it's like it's like such a surprise to me because I did not think it was going to be as good as it was, but it's legit like probably one of my favorite animated series, like out of DC in general.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know me with Harley Quinn. I'm not a big like Harley Quinn fan. I felt like she was like too overrated, like in the universe. Like I felt like she was pushed like into people's faces a little too much, especially with like Maggie Robbie,
Margaret.
whatever. Yeah,
Margaret Robbie.
yeah. But I gave the show a shot because one of my friends recommended it, and man, it's really good.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I've always said before, Warner Brothers always knew how to do the animated stuff for DC.
Yeah.
DC was always known for their animated stuff. They always did a lot better on the animated stuff than they actually did their live action products. So
Yeah.
so that's why I was surprised that couple at the helms ago we were talking about how Warner Brothers is canceled the Batman animated series.
Yeah, Cape Crusader.
Yeah, Cape Crusader. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, folks, let's get this game going. So, topic one I want to talk about is Harrison Ford. So, Harrison Ford, he's doing an Indiana Jones movie, and he was being interviewed, and he was basically saying that this is going to be his last Indiana Jones movie, this upcoming movie. What was your thoughts on on him saying that this is his last Indiana Jones movie for Harrison Ford?
I feel like it's a good time for him to just retire that character. Hopefully this never gets touched again. I don't want to remake or reboot with someone else. I feel like this character is always going to be Harrison Ford. Should never be played by anybody else. So this last film should be the end of Indiana Jones's. Like, hopefully they don't try to remake it or anything with a different actor. But yes, it seems like the right timing for him to retire this character.
Well, shit. Man, The Last Crusade, the third one, should have been his last freaking Indiana Jones movie. Seriously, it's way overdue. No, I'm not saying I'm not going to go see this movie. I'm going to go see it because it's Indiana Jones, it's Harrison Ford. And I want to see if they can redeem themselves a little bit from that shit show we had from the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, Crystal
but
Skull.
man, he should have hung it up, with Sean Connery's the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
On the third one. I mean, come on, man. There was no business for him teaming up with Shia LaBeouf on that fourth one, and then I think this one he's doing just because he wants to redeem it, because he knows how much of a piece of shit that last one was. So he's trying to redeem himself with this fifth one. So hopefully that's so. Hopefully they can redeem a little bit of here with this fifth one. All right, so we all know Daredevil, right? I have not seen the show Daredevil, which is on Netflix now. It's coming to Disney Plus, and I've never seen it. You told me it's one of the shows that I should see. I gotta see. So, anyways, he was being interviewed, Charlie Cox, the star of Daredevil, and they asked him about the show. I think it was called Daredevil Reborn or Reborn Again. Born Again. There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they were asking if this was going to be a continuation from the Netflix, and he confirmed it that this is season 1. It's not season 4, how he said it, and it is, it's not a continuation, and it's a brand new series. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about that, knowing that you watched the Daredevil? I have not watched the Daredevil, so for me, this is good. Because not saying I shouldn't watch the other Daredevil Netflix, but I'm saying for me, I haven't watched it at all yet. So this is good for me, saying this is not a continuation. So I don't have to watch the other ones in order to get to these new ones. How do you feel though? Because I know you're such a big fan of the Netflix Daredevil.
I loved the Netflix Daredevil. I really enjoy what Netflix did with the Daredevil series, but I am excited that it's not going to be a continuation. It's been too long, man. It's been too long since that final season of Daredevil on Netflix. So I'm glad that they're starting fresh, giving us a fresh story from like Netflix has no hands on it. They're not going to have any part of the story now that it's going to be Disney Plus. So I'm excited what Disney Plus can do with the story and see what they can bring.
Quick question too to follow up with that. So this is basically confirming, for me, saying that all the Netflix Marvel stuff is basically non-canon. Are you okay with that? All the Netflix shows that they had from Marvel, that it's non-canon, that it's not going to come to to Disney Plus as far as part of their Marvel.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I'm just excited to see what Disney Plus can do with all of them. So, because I know there was stories about even Punisher possibly coming to Disney Plus. So that's another one I'd be very excited for, because I'm sure they're going to start fresh with that one too, and not carry it over from Netflix.
Well, even with that, you're okay with that as far as because I watched the Punisher and I really liked it, and I just feel like Disney is gonna water it down a little bit more, coming to Disney Plus. But I liked what they were doing on Netflix with the Punisher. At least.
Yeah, me too. We were talking about this too when we had the two Geos on here about Punisher, how they're gonna do it, because there's no way you can not make it violent. I mean, he's the Punisher. He's got guns. He kills people. There's going to be a lot of blood, But hopefully now, like I said, like we were talking about, they put that pin on Disney Plus where it's like mature content. Hopefully they're not gonna water it down and keep it as gory as the Netflix ones were.
All right, and we're gonna go to the next topic, folks. And you know what's so funny is that you brought somebody up that was my next topic, really, and out of nowhere, and you didn't even know this topic. It was Harley Quinn, Margaret Robbie's Harley Quinn. I could kind of say from the both Suicide Squad movies, the David Ayer version and the James Gunn version, they kept Margaret Robbie, the Harley Quinn character, in both stories, and a lot of people, for the most part, liked her in both movies and just liked that character from both movies. So it was asked James Gunn if he's gonna bring back, Harley Quinn and Margaret Robbie's Harley Quinn back, and he said, yeah, definitely he's bringing her back, and she's gonna be in the DC Extended Universe at some point, but just not right away. But she will be back. What do you think about that? I mean, as far as I know, you said she was kind of overrated. Yeah, Harley Quinn, the actual character, and you weren't that big of a fan. But do you mind, James Gunn saying yes, they're gonna bring her back at some point again and have her in an extended DC universe here?
It's honestly whatever to me, man. I'm not gonna I didn't even watch Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey. Like, I'm just not into the character at all. So I mean, if he brings her back, he brings her back. She is part of the DC universe, so but I'm most likely not gonna watch anything that has Harley Quinn besides that animated series that I'm watching.
You know what though? I'm gonna say, yeah, I think that's a hell of an idea. It's good. I mean, why? It's a bad business decision not bringing her back. I mean, she's loved, especially by the female gender. A lot of teenagers and tweens love this Myra Robert character. I know my daughters was in love with her as far as the character she portrayed. I think it's just great for marketing too to bring her back. I mean, a lot of people like her playing that role, and then I'm not saying some people are just like meh about it, kind of like in your defense, but I think it's great because I think the majority actually liked her playing that Harley Quinn character, and I think it's good for the DC universe, even though I didn't care for James Gunn's Suicide Squad whatsoever. Did not like it at all.
You didn't like it?
No, I told you this a long time ago. I thought it was.
Did you like the original one?
I like that one better than the James Gunn version. I just could not get into the humor. I'm sorry, that's not my humor. To me, it was just so even Deadpool. I can't stand Deadpool.
The movies?
The movies, I can't stand that.
Oh, you
Deadpool
can't stand
movie. No.
I think I enjoyed those a lot because I'm a huge Deadpool fan. I've read so many of his comics, and they portrayed it perfectly. Like. Where he talks to himself, and anyways, we're getting off track, but yeah,
for sure. Going. But anyways, keep going here. But no, I think it's a great marketing tool. I mean, why not? I think she's a lot of people love that character that she portrayed Harley Quinn as. So yeah, makes sense for her to bring back. Now, give her a little break. Let people miss her for a while. And I think that'll help out even more. Kind of like a wrestling thing. They're always in your face. Let them go away for a while so we can miss the wrestler and then him coming back with a big splash, Yeah. And so I think that'd be good. Another topic I want to talk about. So House of Dragons. I want to bring that up because me and you, big fans. You could check our reviews, reviews on there, on our channel as well. So week by week, I don't know if you know this, but HBO Max is saying the viewership week by week, and we're episode 5, I think, coming out right now. When this airs, that the viewership keeps rising and growing up and up. What is your thoughts on that? With HBO Max saying that the viewership it keeps going up every week that it keeps airing. We've talked about so much in the past how we just love this show. So it honestly doesn't surprise me. Maybe the word is getting out, just keeps getting out to other people saying, finally getting those people that were on the fence about it to finally jump on and watch the show because,
the numbers prove it right there that the viewership keeps going up and up and up. It seems like some of those people are jumping back into Game of Thrones and seeing what this House of the Dragon's all about.
I think that's what it is too, but I mean that's the obvious. People who are into Game of Thrones and had that bad sour taste in their mouth from season 8, I keep hearing from people who are watching it from the beginning and are like, all right, let me give this a shot. And now that they're giving it a shot after a while, because whether there's nothing else on or they're just like, I got free time, let me see if this hype is still worth it, And you still got people on the fence about it still. So, but I think too, I don't think we realize there's still people out there that never watched Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people are telling them, hey, I know you don't watch Game of Thrones. This is like the prequel. So it won't mess anything up for you for Game of Thrones. Why don't you check it out and try to, get on the, how do you say, bandwagon type deal and not miss it like you did with the Game of Thrones. I don't know how you missed it, but there's people who just weren't interested and missed 8 seasons. 6 of them were good, but 6 of them were pretty good, but they kind of missed it. So there's a lot of people out there who really didn't see Game of Thrones, brother. So I think too they're tuning into this knowing, okay, I don't have to watch all that Game of Thrones stuff to get into this that people are into right now. So I think they're coming aboard as well. So which is pretty cool. And plus, they keep hearing, hey, this episode's good. This episode's good. Oh, did you know what this? They got to hear people at work or people surrounding them at home or whatever talking about it. Like, hey, man, they want to get in a conversation too.
Yeah.
I know some people were like, hey, what are you guys talking about? Oh, House of Dragon. What's that? It's a show. So anyways, so I'm glad that their viewership is going up because me and you both like this show. It's one of our favorite shows out right now, and yeah, why not, so that's good. I got another topic here. So I don't know exactly what year, Rich, but it was a couple years ago. It was the same year. It was like a couple months before Wonder Woman 84 came out. Do you remember Wonder Woman 84?
Yeah,
I think it was right kind of in the beginning of the pandemic, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And remember we had this big, I think it was D23 perhaps, or I want to say D23 not Comic-Con, but it could have been either or. But anyways, and they had, they were dropping stuff left and right. I think Acolyte was being announced and all this other stuff. I'm finally getting some Acolyte news. Yeah. And they're like, oh, we got Patty Jenkins who did Wonder Woman 1. And this is right before Wonder Woman 2 came out.
Yeah.
And they were like, they did a whole big old thing of her being the director and at the helm. No pun intended here. At the helm of a Star Wars movie called Rogue Squadron, right?
Yeah.
So it was about fighter jets, right? And they had her at the airport with the fighter jet, her putting her helmet on. Do you remember all this?
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, big old showcase for it,
Yeah, big
my father or whatever was a firefighter or whatever, and she's going all in and everything. And ever since then, have you heard anything?
I haven't. It just went away.
Yeah, well, folks, I don't know, because now I got a little bit of news on it. So Disney pulls Rogue One Squadron off their release schedule now. So now they put Inside Out 2 on there. They put The Lion King Mufasa on there now and took Rogue Squadrons out now. So this is weird. Nothing else has been confirmed. Just them saying they took Rogue Squadrons down. Question, brother, what is your thoughts and what's going on, do you think, here with Rogue Squadron or even a Star Wars movie? I mean, how long has it been since we've had a Star Wars movie even announced or anything about it? Everything's about these TV shows, which is fine.
Yeah.
But there's still nothing like Star Wars at the theaters here.
Yeah.
Like a prime, cinematic Star Wars movie. And I don't know what's going on here. So what are your thoughts about all this?
Hopefully, since it hasn't been officially canceled, I'm pretty sure that's going through a lot of people's minds right now. Like, what's going on with Rogue Squadron? Is it canceled? Yeah, I know they got pulled off the release schedule, but I was really looking forward to Rogue Squadron, so I'm hoping that they're still something out there that is gonna be released in the future. Maybe not in 2023, but this could be like their Top Gun, man. If they pull it off right, it could be a big money maker for them. So hopefully they don't cancel it and it just been delayed. I'm just trying to hope for the best for Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. I'm thinking like, is it just them, moving it, or are they having second guesses about Patty Jenkins? I know they're like, people might say I'm crazy, but she was known for I think a movie called Monster and of course the first Wonder Woman. Everybody loved the first Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I know a lot of people weren't. My favorite DC movie is Man of Steel, but a lot of people didn't like it as much as me. But a lot of people could agree that the first Wonder Woman was like the best overall DC movie at that
one
time.
Of the best DC movies, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody can agree like how good it was. And then this is, months before Wonder Woman 2 came out. And then when Wonder Woman 2 came out, it bombed. Yeah, of course, because it was on HBO Max they released it on. But man, that movie sucked. Man, that movie sucked ass. Straight up. I mean, like, oh God. How can you go from one of the best DC movies to caca, if anything, they should have canceled that movie instead of the Batgirl movie,
Oh yeah.
But and it's like, good Lord. So I don't know if they're having second thoughts about Patty Jenkins, or they're having second thoughts on themselves. I mean, no Star Wars movies really been announced, really has been confirmed. Hey, this is coming. We're working on this. I mean, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing on the news. I mean, it's been years since Game of Thrones has been off the air, and D.B. Weiss and David Benioff, weren't they supposed to do like a Star Wars trilogy or something, a movie universe thing?
Yeah.
I have not heard nothing from anybody about any Star Wars cinematic film.
Yeah.
And this kind of worries me, man. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying, the TV shows, but man, how long I don't know when The Rise of Skywalker, but I don't know if you call that a Star Wars movie. But I mean, really, how long has it been? It's crazy.
It's been a long
time. And then from them not releasing this, who knows? And say if they're still on track, and say, "Oh, we're still going to do the movie. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry." Man, they haven't done any scripts writing, any that I know of, anything. I mean, this won't be even available maybe till 2026. I mean, who knows?
It could be
I
late,
mean, really. I mean, that's kind of, that worries me, because there's nothing like hearing that John Williams score of Star Wars in the movie theaters and seeing a scroll come down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm missing my Star Wars at the theaters. Straight up. I really am. And hopefully it's not canceled. And they're just pushing it back. And then they're just pushing back. But man, hopefully they give us some confirmation. I'm just surprised that they just did that and not get any confirmation that I can come up with that, hey, don't worry, guys.
I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm shocked they pulled it from the release schedule, hoping people would just not notice and then not give any kind of explanation as to why they did that. So
I mean, look how much they, floated around the Acolyte. Look how long they didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And then this past week or two, they finally said about lead roles. I'm like, oh, when I heard that, I'm like, oh shit, it's happening still. I thought they forgot about it, because they haven't mentioned anything at like a Comic-Con, at D23, nothing.
Yeah, they
didn't mention anything. That's all I got for this show, man. Did you have one thing for me, maybe?
I actually did. It was pretty exciting news for me because I'm a big Constantine fan. So it was announced officially that Keanu Reeves will be in a sequel for Constantine. So he will reprise his role as Constantine, and I'm excited for it. I want to see what they do with it. I don't know if it will beat the first one. I don't even know if they're gonna bring Rachel Weisz back, because the way her character what happened to her at the end of the original.
Mhm.
It seems like she might still be like, if they're gonna do a sequel, hopefully she's in it. But were you a Constantine fan? Did you enjoy it? I'm not sure, because I don't know if we ever talked about Constantine.
The only way I can answer this question is yes, I saw it. I don't remember anything. Uh,
just, just out of memory instantly.
yeah, sorry. So I mean, it'd be interesting. Maybe I should watch it again. I
I
don't.
enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
So I really can't say I didn't like it or I even did like it. I can't remember, man. I saw it when it came out. I know that for sure. I remember seeing it because I was like, oh, I was interested when they were showing the trailers, and I was interested the Constantine whole, the
Yeah.
whole. I don't know how to say it, the whole fallen angel type
Yeah.
damnation thing always interests me. Dealing with some of the religion and beliefs that I grew up on and stuff. So yeah, I knew I was into it, or I wanted to see it. Now I couldn't tell you if I enjoyed it or not. Definitely have to watch it again. I mean, I'm glad Keanu Reeves are getting these projects,
Yeah, definitely.
and for it to be in a series, that's another series that he's going to be in. He just gonna start it off with man, we just announced it the other episode. I think it was like the serial killer series he was finally gonna
Oh,
be in.
yeah. I think it was.
Yeah. From the fair, the World's Fair or something serial killer type.
I forgot the name of it, but yeah, the World's Fair that happened in Chicago all those
Yeah,
years
exactly.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one and this one finally, you're telling me he's going to be in this. So yeah. And do you know where that's going to be? Is that going to be on what streaming platform? Do you know?
They didn't give too much information. All they said, all that I saw from IGN was that it's confirmed that he is going to reprise his role as John Constantine in a new Constantine sequel. That's all that it said. So not too much news, more news on that. But I am looking for that type of news, like when it's going to be released. Like, is it going to be streaming, or not streaming, but like, is it going to be a series or a movie? I'm not sure about any of that.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting. I want to see. Got to look some more news about that and see what the details are about that. But yeah, I'm glad that Keanu Reeves decided to come to a TV series. And I know a lot. I'm rambling on, but I know a lot of back in the day. It's like it would ruin your career. A movie actor's career, lowering themselves down to TV series. But now it's just so accustomed to now because of the streaming and everything, and them doing movies on streaming now.
Yeah,
it really is both ways now, because I mean they even pay you decently now for the TV series, and everything. So I'm glad that's starting to happen with Keanu Reeves and more famous actors, more well-known actors, and actresses coming down and doing these streaming series. And because a lot of these series a lot of people are like binge watching these series and like watching these series because they're able to talk about it and really get in depth with the characters. So well, folks, I think that's gonna wrap it up. If you like this show, give us a thumbs up, please. It truly helps us out, folks. Seriously, it really does. And Rich, where can they find us at?
Guys, check out our description down below and click on our link tree. That will give you the link to all of our things that we're affiliated with, our Instagram, our TikTok, and most importantly, our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you guys are on the way to work or on the way back home from work or at the gym or just have some spare time, but you can't watch us on YouTube, check out those platforms, and we have our At the Helms, all of our At the Helms on there, and we do all of our show reviews on there. So check that out, and
and definitely be on the lookout for our review of Andor, because that should be coming out within a week as well after this airing. So be on the lookout for that as well, and give us your thoughts and leave your comments down below. And if you guys want us to do a movie review of a late movie or extremely late movie review, any suggestions, let us know down on the comments to see if we could react or review a movie.
we got Halloween coming up, guys. So if you guys got any scary movies that you want us to check out and review, let us know down in the comments, or even you can even email us. So
for sure. All right, and once again, help us get to 500 subscribers and hit that subscribe button. We truly appreciate you guys. Take care. Baby Rich.